Hey, hey, Blue Table fans! We are online on Games Workshop's site for Dark Angels, the most recent addition to the Imperial Forces for their Warhammer 40k game. This is the second book put out for Warhammer 40k 6th edition. It's hardbound. It is color, and I have to hand it to GW for doing such a great job on their product, constantly improving, giving excellent support. And so today I'm just going to look at the army list, just give you an overview, because I've got the book right in front of me. I've spent the weekend with it. I'd say I'm about 35% the way through actually learning it. So first off, you've got your special characters. You've got Azrael. He's the Grand Master of the Dark Angels, the head honcho. He is just over 200 points, and if you take him, that means Ravenwing attack squadrons and Deathwing Terminator squads are troops choices instead of the usual. So Deathwings in the elites, Ravenwing, which are the bikes and land speeders and whatnot, are in fast attack. Now, you've got some familiar faces. You've got Ezekiel, Asmodai, Belial. He's the Terminator hero. He makes Deathwing into troops choices. And by the way, that's not optional. It doesn't mean they can be. It says that they are troops choices, which is an important distinction. You got Samael. In fact, maybe I should be showing you guys some of these guys instead of just saying them. So here's what Belial looks like. There's a new model out for that. Asmodai, he's a chaplain special character. Samael comes on this cool jet bike with a plasma cannon. You kidding me? Then there is, where is Azrael? I don't see him on here. I'm sure he is. You know what? Now I'm kind of determined. There you go, Supreme Grand Master Azrael. He comes with this little helmet bearer guy. And anyway, and then, so that's your special characters. You got 5 special characters, and I don't even know if they're called that anymore. Then you have a company master, an interrogator chaplain, and you can also take a chaplain, librarian, and tech marine. Now, they also have a command squad, and which you can include for every HQ choice that you have. They are 20 points per guy, 5-man squad, and they can take all sorts of special war gear, just an absolute pile of really amazing stuff. And of course a transport. You can have a Deathwing command squad. That's if you have an HQ in Terminator armor. And they don't take up a force org chart. So, great, you got to look at that picture while you talk to me. It's because I'm looking at the Army book and giving you some input on that. So, Ravenwing Command Squad, that's a third type of command squad. So there's 3. And you can take the Ravenwing Command Squad if you have an HQ on a bike, or, of course, Samael, and I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, I've never put a lot of stock into saying things right. You may or may not know that I went to college, graduated with a degree in Spanish, but that also means linguistics, and I remember distinctly one day I got into one almighty argument right in front of the class with one of my young professors, and she said that language was malleable, and that basically it was constantly changing, and that you couldn't count on being able to quantify it because people were always adding and subtracting things. And I said, no, language is defined. It's just like mathematics. It all makes sense. And since then I've realized, oh, was she ever right? Language is more like art, really. All right, let's move on. Let's go to our troops. Now you'll notice there's like 15 things you can buy in the troops section here, but there's really only 2 troops choices. You got your Space Marine Tactical Squad for Dark Angels, and I should point out that they have this really neat set called Dark Vengeance. Let's go ahead and just look that up, because a lot of people are going to look into this as an option for Dark Angels, and really it's a no-brainer. If you're going to do a Dark Angels army, pick up 2 sets of Dark Vengeance, at least 1, probably 2. It's right now it's retailing for $99, and on our web store currently, at the time of this taping, we have just individual lots up of it, and I'm sure you'll be able to find that in a lot of different places. So anyway, you get this awesome captain. So basically, half Chaos Space Marines, half Dark Angels. So ostensibly, it's $50 for this. So this awesome captain. There's a 360. You get a librarian. Awesome, no kidding. There's a 360. You get 5 Deathwing Terminators. Absolutely fantastic sculpts. Ridiculously awesome sculpts. You get a tactical squad, and these guys are just so detailed. Oh my gosh. They just are really super embossed shoulder pads. They've got little extras. The purity seals, make more sense. They are just... They're just so cool. Oh my gosh. So, but you got to mix it up. There is a... let me see if I can find it. There's this Dark Angels upgrade pack that you can buy. Let me see if I can find it. Dark Angels upgrade. And if you're making a Dark Angels army, you definitely want to get one of these. Here it is. Yeah, $20. And there's also a one for Ravenwing. So, yeah, ridiculously awesome. So you get a ton of stuff in it. So what you do is you get this, you get your Dark Vengeance set, and you just start gussing up your guys. So look at this. You just need front plates to make these guys complete. And so Dark Angels upgrade pack, that is where it's at. Oh my gosh, so incredibly cool. These guys make me happy. These guys really make me happy. And I think the Space Marines typically come with extra chest plates. So really, you get 3 guys in there, and that just makes it all worth it. So, oh no, here's your chest plates up here. My bad. So you get 3 guys in this upgrade pack. That is, come on, that's super. 3 guys and a Termi. Give it up. All right. So, by the way, you're welcome for me turning you on to that. Fantastic. I know it's really basically an amazing inexperience. Haha, trying to compliment myself and I tripped. Hilarious. All right, so the tactical squad, they're 14 points each. They come 5 base. You can go up to 10 with them. They can combat squad out. They have a special rule called Grim Resolve. Let's go see what that is, boys and girls. It doesn't say in that section. Oh my gosh, maybe I won't be able to find it. There it is. Has stubborn. I don't know why they just don't say stubborn. They give them a special rule. The special rule says it gives this other special rule, and there's just one thing. And they can't ever choose to automatically fail a morale check. So they shall know no fear is just a little bit different. So okay. They can have, they're the first army that has flak missiles. Well, I think the Chaos Space Marines had it, but their missile launchers can have flak missiles for an extra 10 points. And they've got the usual suite of heavy weapons, including a plasma cannon. I don't know if that's a normal one. I don't think TAC squads normally get that. By the way, plasma is the theme of the Dark Angels here, and they can have the regular transports and whatnot. So then you can get scouts, as I've brought up here. I recommend sniper scouts, but who knows? And some people are kind of turning their noses up at the scouts. And it is true, a tactical marine is only 2 points more, and with a save that's one higher, pretty much it's a no-brainer. But scouts do have infiltrate scouts, and they could be, you know, a cheap unit just to hold a back objective, which is the role that I think the sniper guys really are suited for. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. So there's only 2 troops choices. Then you've got elites. That's company veteran squad. Those are 18 points per guy. But they do have 2 attacks and a ton of different options. But it's the typical stuff, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about those guys. But I will say, if you look over here, because I'm trying to give you modeling advice, tac squad, awesome. So think about this: $37 for a tac squad, or the equivalent of $50 for a tac squad plus all the other stuff that comes in the box. Let's think that through. I think I'll buy some Dark Vengeance sets. So basically, you buy your Dark Vengeance sets, you get your Dark Angels upgrade pack, and now you can mix and match and turn them into something real special. And that is the way to go. So Company Veteran Squad, this is an old kit. This is the one with the robes. But think about it, $33 for 5 guys. That's $6.60 per guy. Now go to the upgrade pack, Dark Angels upgrade pack, and lo and behold, the upgrade pack is $20 with 3 guys in it, and so that makes them $7 each. So basically, actually, hold on, 1975 divided by, yeah, it's about the same cost. So why, oh why? Why, oh why, oh why would you not just buy about a zillion of these Dark Angels upgrade packs? The answer is you wouldn't. Because as far as I can tell, it comes with all the arms, comes with a ton of special weapons. Do you get plasmas and meltas in here, I wonder? See, that would make this upgrade pack really something special. Oh, no, you don't get that. It's not so good. Okay, I want to show you one other thing that you can get. We're going to type in the keyword plasma here. See what comes up. There it is. $3 each for plasma guns. Bam! That's what you got to get right here. Oh, I'm sorry. You get 5. So $2 each for plasma guns. So I say, yes, please. And same thing for Melta. You just type in Melta in the search. And you will get, oh, look at that. Space Marine Stern Guard. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, where's my Meltas? Oh, GW. Why don't you? Okay, let's try Melta guns. Oh, there you go. $10 for 5. See? That's how you solve it. And we order a lot of these. We just order them and keep them on hand, so you don't need to, you know, buy a whole pack. Not always, but most of the time we have that. One great advantage of going through Blue Table Painting is our ridiculously huge bits wall. Oh my gosh, we have so many bits. Our current policy is that we do not charge clients for the actual cost of the bit if we have it, unless it's an unusual one. For example, the Melta-Guns, we actually have to buy those, so there is a cost there. So anyway, so there's your troops, and then we talked about at least, so Deathwing, okay, here's where it gets interesting. Deathwing Terminators, they are 44 points per guy. You can take up to 5 to 10 in a squad. You can upgrade them to Thunderhammer Storm Shield for 5. You can give them Lightning Claws for nothing. And you can upgrade to Chain Fist for 5. One model in 5 can be a heavy. You can get a Heavy Flamer, Plasma, Assault Cannon, or Cyclone Missile Launcher. All those are between 10 and 25 points. I recommend the Cyclone. Here's why. Because, let's see if I can find one. Hold on. Cyclone. Nope. You cannot see that. Oh, look at this. Down at the bottom, they show you Melta-Guns and stuff. There you go. Melta-Guns, Plasma Guns. I just wish they'd put Meltas and Plasmas on the frames. And hold on a second. Let's see if I can find a Cyclone up here. Cyclone, do a search for that, see if anything comes up. Oh, just in your Terminator squad. I just want to show you what it looks like, basically. Okay, it's not cooperating. Hold on. All right, we are going to have to go to... Well, anyway, it's a missile rack that goes on the back of the guy. So, anyway... So the Cyclone missile launcher, hold on, check this out. Here it is, Cyclone missile launcher. Guess what? Has frag missiles, so it has the same missiles as a regular missile launcher. It has frag and crack, and but guess what? It has heavy 2. So it shoots twice. It's like 2 missile launchers in one. So big yes please to the old Cyclone missile launcher. Absolutely fantastic. Pretty much, in my opinion, there's no other choice for the heavy weapon for your Terminators. So wow, I wish I could find this one thing. In fact, do you guys mind? Just hold on just a minute. Let me see if I can just get something called up here. And we are going to do a search. All right, here we go for a conversion. And by the way, there are companies. I'm pretty sure Cromlech, Kromlech, has a conversion for this. So let's just zip over here to the other screen. So there you go. That's what a Cyclone missile launcher looks like. There it is. And let's see if I can just find some conversions here. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. Here's the old one. The old metal one. That's pretty sad. They had like this little range finder, right? So instead of a power fist, you'd have that. Right now, I don't think you have to choose which one. Oh, okay. Here's an alternate, and let's just. Oh, look at that. And apparently that's on eBay. Replacement alternative Cyclone missile launcher. You know what? Let's go look that up. So we are on eBay now. You know what? Let's not do that right now. Okay, so anyway, so there are alternatives, and there's conversions that you can do, and yeah, I don't know where that comes from. All right, guys, I'm just gonna have to get back to you on that. All right, now you can take Deathwing Knights. So this is one of the new releases. So you go down here to Elite, see Deathwing Command Squad. So Deathwing Knights, if that's what you want, you got this Command Squad sprue makes probably, I'm predicting, there you go. So your Knights have maces and shields. So basically, as far as I can tell, this Command Squad makes 2 different entries. It makes the Command Squad and it also makes the Knights. So the Knights have what's called Mace of Absolution. Okay, so here's what the mace does. The mace gives +2 strength. It's AP 4, and it's concussive. If you take a wound, your initiative 1, something like that. I don't know. I'm pulling this all off the top of my head. And so you might think, well, that's really not as good as a Power Fist, Sean, or Lightning Claws, even. I mean, come on. That's just really, really sad. Well, first off, if you are playing against Chaos Space Marines, they're AP 3. Against Chaos Space Marines. So, okay, now you're back up. So unless you're playing against Space Marines, a lot of things with power armor, for example, then it doesn't really matter. The AP3 isn't such a big deal. But they do have storm shields, which is awesome. And however, once per game they can do something called Smite, which gives them 1 round of +6 strength AP2, and that is like no kidding. So it's basically 1 round of everything dies, and That's also concussive, so AP2, strength 10. And these guys with 2 attacks, they will just kill everything. Plus, their inner circle, which gives them hatred against Chaos Space Marines. So, this kit at 60 currently, all prices might change. I mean, this video is going to be dated at some point in time. Is pretty much where it's at. So hold on, what was I talking about? All right, anyway, moving on. So it makes a command squad or this other thing, and I think you're going to see these knights quite a bit. They still are only wound 1, so they're not paladins by any means. But the models just, I mean, come on. Oh, what's this flail thing? Let's look that up. It says, Flail of the Unforgiven, Knight Master only. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'll bite. That is Strength +2, AP3. Also concussive. And AP2 against Chaos Space Marines. So, alright, that's not too bad. And does that guy have 3 attacks, or is he just a veteran like the other ones? I wonder. Deathwing Knights. Oh, and they also get +1 toughness if they're in base contact with 2 other guys. So I'm sure you'll see a lot of strategy on that. Oh, and they also have a You Cannot Hide special rule, which is on a to-hit roll of 6, they can target certain guys in the unit. And just like a sniping type attack. So I'm sure I didn't explain that well. Okay, in elites you can also have a dreadnought. Let's move on to fast attack. So first off, there are you could have a command squad. Let's go down to fast attack. Here it is. Ravenwing, Dark Talon. We'll talk about those in a second. Landspeeder, Vengeance. Okay, So first off, if you want, hold on a second. Let's we'll use this one. Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, by the way, since we're on Cybor, go to cyborminiatures.com. And you go to 28mm figures. You do a search for Lion, and this is where it's at. You get all these great alternative sculpt figures that would be suitable for Dark Angels. What do you know about that? Tons of awesome alternate shoulder pads. As I may have mentioned, I have all this stuff on the way for the studio. Dark Angels, which, by the way, will be my first real Space Marine army in quite a while. Now, bear with me, though, because old Gately's memory ain't that good anymore. So, well, I don't think it was ever very good. So, all right, let's take a look at some of these shoulder pads. Shoulder pads and armors. Awesome. So here you go. I'm just going to show you one. You can go look at the rest on your own. So check those out. Awesome. Only 8 to a pack, though, which seems very odd to me. But, you know, that's all right. All comes out in the wash, I guess. You know, something special. All right, it looks like I'm at the 23-minute mark. So I'm going to try and finish up on... fast attack. And so here we go, Ravenwing Command Squad. Okay, so here's the deal. You got Ravenwing Attack Squadron, and if you want those, go to Dark Vengeance, and you get 3 bikes in a Dark Vengeance kit. So, you know, and half of it is $50, so why would you pay $41 for these guys? Well, they do come with some extra options and this cool hooded guy. So there's that, Ravenwing Bike Squadron. And let's see here. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. So this is the Command Squadron, and all I have to say is come on. This is so detailed. I mean, so many cool parts. They have these Corvus picks, which is, I can't remember what that does. I'm going to go ahead and just look it up real quick here. Let's see. Corvus Hammer is +1 strength and rending. So not too bad. Makes them strength 5, toughness 5. Can't complain about toughness 5. So almost nothing that auto kills them. All right, so a regular Ravenwing attack squadron can have Flamer, Melt-A-Gun, Plasma Gun, all for 5 to 15 points. And but if you you can also put in an attack bike, but it separates off immediately, and that has the regular heavy bolter or multi-melta as an upgrade. And but if you have 6 Ravenwing bikers, you can include a land speeder, which also breaks off and is its own thing. So it doesn't eat up that slot there. And by the way, Dark Angel Battle Force, not too bad of a deal. And they made this perfectly fit the rules, because if you get 6 bikes, you can get a land speeder and an attack bike as a separate breakaway units there. So fantastic, good for you, Games Workshop. They're starting to sync up the actual product range with the models. Okay, so the big deal with Ravenwing attack squadrons is they have teleport homers. So Deathwing and Ravenwing are the two tastes that taste great together. I think you're going to see themed armies where it's all Ravenwing, all Deathwing, and I think Deathwing is definitely viable. Lots of different options, cool new models. They're low model count. In fact, well, I'll get to that in another issue there. How to make a Deathwing army, 2,000 points with the least models possible. So anyway, you've got teleport homers make them deep strike unerringly, and of course Ravenwing are fast, so you can get to the right spot pretty quick, drop your Terminators down, and now the pain is on turn 1. Oh, and by the way, Deathwing can choose the turn they come in if they teleport in. You secretly write down turn 1 or 2 next to each squad, and that is a turn they automatically come in with no chance of that not happening. So, all right, let's move on. Ravenwing Support Squadron, that's land speeders, typical price, typical options, and they come in groups of up to 5. Now there's Ravenwing Black Knights, and these guys have what's called a Plasma Talon. That's instead of these things on the front of the bike there. Yeah, these are all 360s. Let's try 360. Why not? Since you guys are bored, just you know, this is more of a radio show, I guess. All right, so Plasma Talon is range 18, strength 7, AP 2, rapid fire, gets hot, twin linked. So hold on, I got to control this. So there you go. There's your Plasma Talon. So basically, they're bikers with plasmas on them. So come on, it's just ridiculous. Oh my gosh, that's just fantastic. Hit and run scout, skilled rider. They shall know no fear. But it is approximately 120 some odd points for 3 of them. So they cost as much as a Terminator. But they do have a 3-up save and toughness 5. So I'm going to call them about as durable as a Terminator. Well, not quite. But you get the idea. Skilled rider's a big deal because that means you can just zip through terrain. No worries. And so I'm going to call this a day. And after having talked for half an hour about Dark Angels. And but if I were making a Dark Angels army, here's what I would pick up. I'd pick up 2 HQs, and first off, I'd pick up 2 Dark Vengeance sets. There you go. And I would paint up the contents of the Dark Angels portion of the Dark Vengeance set, and that would give me my 2 HQs. That would give me, so like a leader guy, so you'd get this guy, you'd get your librarian guy, and you would get 2 squads of Deathwing, fantastic. And so, by the way, we're to, 300, we're up to about 800 points with that. And then my 2 tack squads, so with upgrades, where were we, 800 points? So 2 Dark Vengeances gets you to how many points? So 2 10-man tack squads. I'm going to call them with upgrades about 350. So I'm up to 1150. I'm not even done yet. 2 Ravenwing squadrons, so 1150 plus with upgrades is 100 per 3, so that's 1250, 1350. So 2 Dark Vengeance kits basically gives you a 1350, 1,350 point Dark Angels army. And then I would round that out by getting some extra fun stuff. Guy, what would I get? Deathwing Command Squad, I think. And what else? Hold on. Now, the flyers are cool, and they certainly look cool. And looking cool is very important. It's more important than you might think. Space Marine. Saying stuff like that, by the way, is why I can never go into politics. Too bad for me, but it's too late. Too late! I'm a liability! And, yeah, seriously, come on. And I'm not even going to get into the firepower on these guys. You know what? And a Land Raider. So this, a Land Raider Deathwing Command Squad, and I'm going to call that good for at least 2,000 points. And I got to tell you, you need to contact us at bluetablepainting@gmail.com. Don't mess around with doing this yourself. Just have us make it for you. And then it just magically appears. Ding dong, your package is here. Oh, look what's in your package. A fully painted, jewel-like army that you will be proud of, that you can show up and play with this awesome painted army, because playing with painted armies is the way to go. And oh look, it's in battle foam. It's already in its own carrying case, custom fit to your exact loadout, and that's deluxe. That is absolutely a deluxe operation there. All right, well, that's been my comments about Dark Angels. So 2 Dark Vengeance kits, everything in it. Grab yourself a Land Raider. Get us to magnetize it up as a triple. A triple means it makes all 3 options. By the way, normally you'd need 2 kits for that, an upgrade and then the base one. So anyway, 2 Dark Vengeance, Land Raider, Deathwing Command Squad, and one of those flyers, the what is it called, a Dark Talon, and a Ravenwing Command section. Ravenwing Dark Knights. Is that what they're called? Dark Knights or Black Knights? Can't remember. Black Knights. Yeah, not Dark Knights. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. And there's more to come.